Hey guys, I'm back, and I was going to take this opportunity to do another review, this one by request. Once again from our esteemed comrade, Carlos Mendez. So, Carlos, this is for you, bud. This came out of my stash. And by the way, anyone is welcome to use the My Hobby Info website. Anything that you see in my stash you would like me to review, please feel free to ask. And if you want me to be friends with you on My Hobby Info, as I've mentioned in an earlier video, just simply send me a PM and I will send a friend request and share that info with you. So, what I have here is the 1/35th scale E-100 heavy tanked Nachtjager. And this is a paper panzer. Essentially, this is a mouse fitted with IR searchlight and IR sighting equipment, which of course the Germans pioneered during the Second World War. I think they even saw some limited use. This was a gift from my wonderful wife, Heather. I'm not sure if it was for Christmas or for birthday, 6 or 7 years ago. So I've had it that long in my stash. I've gotten rid of many of the kits I've had over the years, but I always keep the stuff that my wife gets me. But this kit is new. It's from 2007, as you can see the date here. So the molds are pretty new. It may be a rebox of an older kit, partially anyways, with some new screws thrown in. I'm not sure, but it's a pretty neat kit. It's kind of unusual. You don't see a lot of these. I'm not sure even if they're available anymore. You may find one on eBay, but I'm not sure if it's still in the Dragon catalog for sale as a current item. So if we look at the box art here on the side, we have a nice black and white photograph, or photograph of the figure set that's included with the kit, and I am not certain of this weapon, or if it's even a weapon, maybe a sighting device. I'm ignorant. I certainly recognize the STG-44s. This one has the Vampire infrared sighting equipment. I've got a really good book that covers the history of the STG-44 assault rifle, and it includes photographs of an actual Vampire. It's written by a man named Peter Senich, who's also written a superb book about German sniper rifles of both World War I and II, I would recommend. And then the Kurvenrohr, or curved barrel attachment for the STG-44. Only because this kind of jogs a memory, I wanted to mention something briefly about the Sturmgewehr 44, this STG-44, which many people give or claim to be the first true assault rifle, and it is, really, more or less. But a lot of folks try to draw a direct correlation between the STG-44 and the AK-47, the ubiquitous AK-47, which is, probably the most prolific military rifle in history. I think, I don't know, tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions, have been manufactured. And, it's equipped the armies of the world over. It's a wonderful design. But, guys, I just kind of want to clarify things. The AK-47 is not a copy of the STG-44. They are completely different. And I'm not going to go in crazy detail, but the STG-44 is a roller locking bolt mechanism, which is very similar to what an MG-42 is. By the way, also, it's what the G3, Heckler & Koch G3, and the Setme, the Spanish equivalent, also uses a roller lock bolt, and the AK-47 is a rotating bolt. So the bolt design is completely different. Now, they are similar in appearance, this is true, but I'm going to give credit to Kalashnikov. I know he passed away not that long ago, and people would ask him if he copied the German design, and no, he did not. They have some similarities with the curved 30-round magazine. They both fire an intermediate cartridge. This is also true, but not the same rifle, not even close. So, now that was more than you ever wanted to know about STG-44s. Now let's get to the rest of this review. There's some really nice photographs of the completed model in a tricolor late war scheme with the IR sighting equipment there that you can see. So let's get inside this box, and it's a typical, really heavy Dragon cardboard top. And I'm going to set the instruction sheets to the side at first. And let's see, what do we have first? We have Les Dragon Goodies. Yeah, the goodie bag. And tons of clear parts. With a fairly simple photo etch fret. So I see engine grills, maybe a muffler shroud. That looks like Tiger 2 or Panther engine grills. And a rather generic decal sheet in here. There are a lot of clear parts. And I'm sure some of this is for the IR siding equipment. And of course I'll be needing to paint that clear red or gloss red. So there's the goodie sheet. Alright, the next sprue is the running gear, road wheels, and Indy track links. And my goodness, those are really big tracks. But you know what? They're really nicely detailed. See the cleats in the track. Take a look. Very nicely detailed. Really nice looking bolt and rivet detail on the steel road wheels. No rubber here, so you don't have to worry about painting tires. Same sprue. Here's some of the suspension components. Now the detail on these is kind of soft from some of the other Dragon kits we've come to know and love, but I don't think these are going to be visible because these heavy side skirts hide the majority of this detail once it's installed. Now I don't know if these links do have little ejector pin marks on them, so much of that will have to be removed. Like I said, but a lot of this track and road wheel stuff is not going to be visible under those side skirts, so you may only need to remove the mold mark, or excuse me, the ejector pin marks from the track links that will be visible after the kit is assembled. So, just going to get to this with this massive turret. Holy cow! Yeah, that's about almost half the size of that T55 I just built, and that is definitely a mouse turret. There's some nice, you can see that or not, some nice weld detail, weld seam, where these hull plates join. That's really nicely rendered. Some weld seams here as well. I don't see any texture on the hull, so there's some opportunities there with some Mr. Surfacer. No, I take that back. It does have a nice rolled steel texture across that hull, but it's very, very subtle. So it could probably definitely benefit from beef up by some Mr. Surfacer. Alright, the next sprue. Not a lot of parts on this sprue, but what is here is large. So the side plates to the hull, this is going to be actual main hull side, as well as the side skirts. And looks like we have a gun barrel here as well. And I'm not sure, it is a two-piece barrel, I'm not sure which, if that's the, judging by the diameter of this barrel, I'm going to guess it's the 12.8 centimeter cannon. Yeah, and here's the, okay, so here's the smaller cannon as well. So, yeah, this sprue has those parts on it. So, there's that sprue. And, goodness, this is huge. Here is the top hull. Also some very fine rolled steel surface detail with some really nice weld seams. Can you guys see that on that top plate there? I don't remember what this kit cost, but the detail's not bad. There's some weld seams here for this joint engine detail with cooling fans. So you're going to be able to see the cooling fans behind the photo etched engine grills. So you're going to want to spray that black or metallic color to show off. It might be some neat weathering possibilities there as well. Some locator pins. Bottom hull detail. Nicely done with bolt and rivet detail, but kind of wasted because you probably won't see it. So it's a really big hull, by the way. Next sprue is additional running gear. Looks like it came mostly from a King Tiger or Jag Tiger. And also exhaust. Drive sprockets. I'll let you take a look at the detail. What do you think? It's not bad. It's a little soft compared to current day Dragon kits, but it's not bad. The drive sprockets are really nice. Yeah, guys, you'll have to tell me what you think. So there's that. The next sprue, we have the base of the turret. And looks like a gun and part of the gun mechanism and the main gun mantlet. Of course, this thing had two guns on it, which is crazy. And then, of course, the turret base. You have the little butterfly kind of camera lens bayonet style mount, of course, that fits into your upper hull. And Cohen talked about recently in his shadow build with Clint that he snips these off for the most part, and I can certainly understand why. And then here is the figure sprue. We have the equipment, which I'll do last, but so here's the Nachtjager figure sprue, and these are, for plastic figures, really pretty nice. Once you can get these close up, what do you think? The uniforms are nicely done. These are more than likely, considering they're wearing smocks, this is going to be SS. Some nice helmet detail with the helmet cover. You can actually see the rippled cloth on the helmet cover. So, canteens, mag pouches here. Curved pouches, that would be for an STG-44. Look at the detail on the canteens. That's nice. And the heads aren't even that bad either. What do you think about the head detail? So really not bad figure set. Get to the equipment. The equipment's really nice. You can see the detail on these STG-44s. You can clearly make out the ejection port, the selector lever, right there on the side of the receiver, just behind the trigger. That's nice. Those are nicely done. I don't see any flash either. They have some kind of ejector little nubs here on the side, which may be a little tricky to remove without damaging the curved magazine. That's the Vampire battery pack and frame for the pack. And I'm not sure what this device is supposed to be. Here, I'd have to look that up. I'm completely ignorant on that. So that consists of the sprues. Let me put this back in the box and we'll take a look at the instruction sheet for a bit. And so really, I think it's a pretty neat kit. Should be fun, doesn't look overly complicated. So we have a supplement here for the Nachtjager portion of the vehicle. So basically what this is a supplement for the instructions, but it has also shows the photo etch parts on here, which is weird. Calls that out, but I think this is I think that what this was, okay, alright, I get it now. I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. This was the mouse kit with the additions of this IR sighting equipment, which, by the way, these are rendered in those clear parts, which we have already looked at. So they're just saying this photo etched set is an addition to that original kit. And then the Dragon instructions, yay! Kit number 6011X, I think is what this is actually, according to the box. And, wow, that's very basic for Dragon. Color callouts, of course, are going to be in Gunzasegno or Aqueous Krios, what is it, GSI Krios now is their name, which are a bit hard to find for a lot of people. The construction of the Indy track links, I mean, how many steps do we have here for this build? 11. There's only 11 steps, and there's only one painting and marking options with some generic Balkenkreuz, and I'm sure you may be able to put some vehicle numbers on the side if you so choose. Really, as you can see, pretty basic construction. Ah, okay, that makes sense. So that metal piece is actually the shroud that goes over the muzzle brake for the main gun. Okay, that's interesting. That will be really nicely detailed. I wonder if anyone makes a metal barrel for that. Let's check that out. Because I bet RB models can do that really nicely. But very basic construction. I'm glad to see that for Dragon. There's one more piece. They included this beautiful full color painting and marking guide for the Nachtjager crew. And even the color callouts and how to paint the SS camo pattern. So this is the 1944.P pattern. And soldier's wearing that's not plain tree, that's that autumn, I forget what they call that autumn camo cover. But guys, this is a neat kit. I've gone a little longer than I wanted to. Definitely, if you can find one of these kits, I'd recommend it. It's like I said, it's Paper Panzer, doesn't exist, or did not ever see production, I don't think. I'm not sure what the idea for this kit is based on. Maybe some line drawings or something they found captured at the end of the war. But Carlos, buddy, I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks for watching, guys, once again. Thanks for tuning in and supporting my channel. You guys have a good day.